What's good, YouTube? My name is Em, and we're back for another, almost a VGC, but it's an OU battle, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a little while, but yes, I am back for another OU battle. So excited to be back at the HQ. This is obviously my Gen 5 retro team. Very recently, I finished recording the team building series for my Jolteon Speed Control team. So you'll be seeing some of that too, but I'm not going to abandon this team. I really enjoy this team. I definitely want to get some more utility out, some more usage. Because it's a fun team. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. There's some members I'm pretty fond of. So this is a great battle happening in the Rock HQ stream. If you want a chance to battle the admins, or if you want to see some great matches, definitely follow us. There's a link down below to the stream. You can check us out there. So this team is, I'll go over it briefly. It's been a little while. This is a Gen 5 retro team. What I mean by that is the team is based on the fact that Exegil, that little mole there, was an Uber last gen. People forget that. You know, because of perma weather being nerfed, now we see mostly mold breaker Exegils. I actually won Sand Rush because with a smooth stone Tyranitar and 10 turns of sand, it's 10 turns of an Uber, and it can be very, very powerful. So the team was designed around that. I also have a Greninja, who is actually, as a bit of a surprise, I'll save it for later in the video if you have not seen it yet. And I've got some other cool pokes. But without further ado, I want to go and get into this battle. And ladies and gentlemen, looking at the team, what do you see? I want you to look at King Minecraft, which is my opponent here from the stream. Look at Scott's team. Tell me what you see. That's right. You see the Devil incarnate. Long-term Rock HQ fans know Umbra hates Mega Mawile. This is my least favorite Pokemon in the game. It's my least favorite Pokemon in the fight. And to be clear, I don't think it's broken. It's just one of those things, like a lot of us have Pokemon we struggle with. I know Shade struggles with pokes that I don't struggle with. And Shade does not struggle with Mawile. He even uses it, but for me it is the single hardest Pokemon for me to play around. I really struggle with the mind games associated with it. I'm afraid of it. I think the only time Shade ever 6-0'd me, there was a Mega Mawile on his team, and that thing scares me a lot. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Umbra facing the Devil in him or herself, facing off against Mega Mawile. So let's see how this battle goes. Let's go ahead and get it started. And of course, if you like this video, Rocket people, please feel free to leave a like. It really helps the admins out, helps the channel grow. So if you like this video, please leave a like. We'll get more content to you in the future. So I go ahead and leave with the one, the only Doctor Who on this powerful scarf. And I'll tell you, building this team, this Greninja is actually choice scarfed. So here I predicted my opponent, and I lead with it because it is choice scarf and I have U-turn utility. I predicted my opponent actually to either switch out or go for a knockoff or something. I think it's really weird to go for Aqua Jet there. But I am scarfed, so I do go for my U-turn. You know, again, this is my lead, so I go for my U-turn, get a massive chunk of damage off. I anticipated a knockoff, so my plan was to U-turn into my physically defensive Mega Venusaur who would eat a knockoff up. There was no Life Orb recoil from the Quadrant, so I'm anticipating this Quadrant to be banded. That's where my head's at. My opponent goes in and switches out, and predicting a switch, I actually go for a Leech Seed. This is actually a very, 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 very powerful stalling Mega Venusaur. It has very bad coverage. It's designed to stall out specific threats. Max HP, max defense, Leech Seed, Synthesis, Substitute, and Giga Drain. So I choose not to go for sub at that moment in time. I just went for the safe Leech Seed. So now I've broken his Sash. I'm getting residual damage off on this Volcarona. I decided to go into my T-Tar, who is specially defensive. This T-Tar is a little bit unique. I really, really enjoy using it a lot. So here we have a very appropriate movie matchup. We have Godzilla taking on Mothra. But this Tyranitar actually has Rocks, Crunch, Fire Blast to deal with things like Mawile. And it also actually carries Rock Tomb over Stone Edge. So here I could go for a I could go for Stealth Rocks, predicting a switch. But I decided to go for my Rock Tomb because it will guaranteed KO this thing. I've Battle King before, and I know he's a very aggressive player. He doesn't switch as much as I would. So I go for the safe Rock Tomb to kill, and also because looking at his team, I get great added utility with Rock Tomb because there was nothing on his team that I didn't benefit from slowing down. So that's why I went for Rock Tomb. I do go ahead and net the KO. Godzilla does take out Mothra on this day. The Quadrant comes back in, anticipating an Aqua Jet. I do go right back to my Venusaur. That was a crucial play. I was going to see if King made a double switch. That would kind of allow me to assess where he was at on that day, how competitive he was feeling. If he made a double switch, I could adjust my predictions accordingly. But surprisingly, King actually goes for a Dragon Dance, which really did surprise me because due to the lack of Life Orb, I thought it was banded. So that was really cool. But I did the calc earlier in the battle when I thought this thing was banded. I know that at +1, a knockoff will not kill my Mega Venusaur. Unfortunately, he gets a crit. But hey, it's part of the game. You're never in as good a position as you think you are for crit is, you know, game changing for you. So the quit does go off, essentially cripples my Mega Venusaur. It is unusable at this point, which is very, very sad. So that was a huge play for Scott, getting rid of my my stall sword that would have been able to do some work to his defensive core. But now, ladies and gentlemen, oh Lord, he's here. The devil is here. The devil is present. This sand should be gone, and there should be fire raging. This thing is pure evil, the spawn of just Satan itself. I cannot deal with this cute, adorable devil of destruction. Goes to the Swords Dance, and that I'm shaking my boots, because that's all Mawile needs. One turn of setup with a Mawile can be game-changing. If it gets one Swords Dance up, it can cripple you. And you already, I'm misplaying around this thing. I went for a Synthesis, thinking like, alright, I'm in the sand, I'll get 25% back instead of 50, it'll be fine. I mean, this thing's at +2, I'm not going to live. I don't know if it has Fire Fang. I should have just gone for a safe Leech Seed. There was no reason, no reason not to. Obviously, I go down. So, we're in a bad position, ladies and gentlemen. It is crunch time. But luckily, no, actually, I'm going to hit myself. Here I make another misplay on this Mawile. I thought I could level Sucker Punch at +2. I was running out of time because I was thinking so hard about Mawile. I told you I had Fire Blast. I would have gone for Fire Blast to KO, but I was running out of time and I didn't do the calc and I died. So this is what I should have gone into in the first place, my Aegislash. Let the mind games begin. This is a very unique Aegislash. It's a VGC based Aegislash. And I love running it in singles OU because it really surprises people. So I went for this sub, praying for my opponent to go for Sucker Punch. They do in fact go for Sucker Punch. Now I predicted my opponent to predict me to go for a King Shield. So instead, I go for a Shadow Ball. And that was huge. That prediction was absolutely huge. Because I predicted my opponent to go for a Swords Dance, knowing I would go for King Shield, I get a free Shadow Ball up and my sub is allowed to remain intact. That was huge. That turn, that prediction single-handedly allowed me to destroy this Mawile. So that was absolutely huge. Now, of course, I'm free to go for a King Shield. I get my lefties recovery, so I'm back at basically full HP. And I get to be in defense form. There was no reason not to go for a King Shield here. My opponent also could have switched. I might have if they considered this thing worth saving. They didn't have a normal type, and I would still be behind a sub. So there I do get the King Shield off. Obviously, their attack goes down. Not irrelevant at +1. They can still break my sub with anything that they choose to go for. So I do, in fact, go for a second Shadow Ball. My opponent just goes for the Sucker Punch. It's super effective. So my substitute does fade, but it's fine. Look at this Aegislash. This is why I love creative stuff. Like I said, this is straight out of VGC. Actually, my speed spread is different, though. I won max speed to deal with other Aegislashes. Yes, I said max speed to deal with other Aegislashes. It's because of I like to have my sub up before they attack me. And thanks to some key predictions and this clever Aegislash, I'm able to take down the Devil. So it was a huge play for me. And this is an interesting play. Depending on where King's Head was, that was either an amazing prediction or insanely risky. It was a great play nonetheless. I thought it was so insanely obvious I would go for King Shield that my opponent would Dragon Dance. So I went for the Shadow Ball, hoping to get off free damage on this thing. Unfortunately, King went right for the Fire Punch. Very, very aggressive play. I don't know if he predicted that. If he did, that was a fantastic prediction because the King Shield was very, very obvious. And only an advanced player would make the decision to go for a Shadow Ball instead of King Shield. So great play on King's part. Give him a little bit of edge in the battle. Here I have to break multi-scale, so I go in the Swampert for the Ice Punch. This thing has weakness policy, but it's 100% fine. Because the star of this team, ladies and gentlemen, do not fear. When the world is in danger, the Doctor is here. The Beast has been defeated, but the Doctor is here. This is a Choice Scarf Ninja, and I'm adoring it. It is the surprise star of this team. I run it just so that I have guaranteed something that outspeeds everything if the sand's not up with Exegil. It's such an amazing revenge killer. It's so amazing at KOing threats that you need to outspeed, be it other Scarfers or things like that. So this is interesting. King made the absolute right play by going into this. I thought a superpower was coming, so I decided to go ahead and switch into my Excadrill. Being really, really risky here. I switch into Excadrill, but surprisingly, King is actually running the Nasty Plot variant, which honestly I could have stayed in and 2-hit KO'd this thing. If I would have won the game if I stayed in and spammed Ice Beams, even easier. But obviously, because it's neutral, that will not kill me. So I'm free to go for an Iron Head, which breaks the sash on this Deoxys. So now, obviously, I'm just following my Excadrill at this point. But in the chat, I could tell my opponent was feeling very, very good. And their thought process was that if I was not Scarfed Greninja, they would win. And I am, in fact, Scarfed Greninja. That's why I made this choice in team building. And this Greninja is actually the surprise star of this team. So I'm Scarfed, and that's why I'm Scarfed, because I will now speed this Deoxys speed. Oh, that's so satisfying. Scarf Greninja is powerful. I'm liking it in singles even more than Life Orb Greninja because it just is so effective at KOing these threats that are very, very scary when they set up. Or just have insane speed, like Scarfers with the Deoxys S. So here it is, moment of truth. Obviously outspeed. Surprisingly, I don't know my opponent's set, but there's no Prankster T-Wave or anything. There's no Sash either. I go straight for my Ice Beam. Okos. That was an amazing battle. My heartbeat was racing, people. Just insanely close match. Again, surprisingly, Greninja the star of the show with this team. Greninja has been the star of the last two battles with this team. But I am loving Choice Scarf Greninja, people. Stay tuned for more of this team. Definitely check it out and let me know what you think of Choice Scarf Greninja. I think it's amazing in OU. I'm looking forward to using more of it. Question of the day. Mega Metagross was released recently. What are your thoughts on it? We'll probably be doing a Road to Hoenn on it when we get some more info. But let us know what you think of Mega Metagross. Let me know what you think of the battle. Let me know what you think of this team. Are you a fan of Choice Scarf Greninja? Are you not? Let me know where your head's at. But I hope you enjoyed this video, people. If you liked it, definitely leave a like. Helps Rocket HQ grow. Also, links to the streamer down below. And remember, people, the Rocket tier system is live. You can be ranking up in Team Rocket right now. What are you waiting for? This second. There is a link to the Google Drive below with all the information on that. And also information to the Pokemon Gym Leader Challenge. The Team Rocket Pokemon League Gym Leader Challenge. So if you want to start challenging the Team Rocket Gym Leaders, that information is down there as well. Hope you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Admin Umbra. Signing off for Rocket HQ. Have a good one.